Hey everyone, it's Clay here. Welcome back to my channel. Welcome to another sculpting video. Now, before I say anything else, I just want to let you know that something really cool and really exciting is coming next week. I can't tell you what it is. I can't even give you hints, but just know that you have to tune into my video next week to find out what it is. And I know that's really not giving you much, but that's all I can do right now. And no, it's not another t-shirt design. Anyway, in today's video, we are making another sculpture, of course, and this time it is of Slendrina, which is another highly requested horror character. She's popped up in my comments so many times from all of you that I really had no choice but to make her this week. And I'm glad I did. She's really creepy, she's really weird, and I think you're gonna like her. Slendrina is actually the daughter of Slender Man, go figure, and she is the main antagonist in the Slendrina video game series. She has jet black hair, pale skin, and she wears a white dress that's covered in dirt and blood. Doesn't that sound nice? In the game, she pops up randomly and kills you, so you have to start over. And just to give you a little bit more background, if you're playing the game and you turn around and you see Slendrina, she will attack you if you look at her face for too long. The only way that you can survive her attacks is if you turn away from her quickly enough. So yeah, she's another creepy, ghostly character that fits right in with all of these creepypastas and SCPs that I've been doing for a while. So with all that said, I really hope you like her. Be sure to like and subscribe so that you don't miss any future videos. And let's make Slendrina. Alright, the first step is to create the armature. I'm using 12 gauge aluminum wire and I'm going to shape out her shoulders and her waist. And because she's not going to have two separate legs and she's wearing a dress, I just have to twist the bottom half together, like that. And as always, all of the materials and tools that I use in this video are listed in the description box below, along with my affiliate links if you want to purchase anything. Now I'm just taking some aluminum foil and creating the bottom of her dress. And once I got the shape I like for that, I'm going to go ahead and attach her arms. This is another separate piece of wire, and I'm going to wrap a piece of floral wire around the shoulders to get these on nice and securely. And now for the next step, once we have the basic armature figured out, I'm going to go ahead and add some Sculpey Ultralight. This is going to further bulk out the sculpture and it's going to make a great surface for me to add my final layer of clay. So I'm just going to go ahead and put it all over the torso and dress. Now after adding a skewer for the neck, it's time to bake this. And once that's baked and completely cooled down, it's time to add our final layer of clay. Today I'm using Super Sculpey Original. I'm going to start with the areas that are covered in ultralight first and cover them in this nice even sheet of clay. I got this nice even sheet of clay by rolling it through my pasta maker on the thickest setting. Now once everything is covered, we're going to go ahead and finish off the chest area here. And now for the fun part, to create folds and wrinkles all over her dress. It has been so long since I've made a robe or anything like this recently, so I'm really excited to do this fabric part. So we're just going to take some snakes of clay that taper at one end, and I'm going to attach them to the dress like so, and blend the edges in with everything, like that. And when you're creating a fabric texture like this, be sure to keep in mind gravity and how the fabric would fall. If you have trouble with this, you can always just throw a sheet over a chair and use that as reference. Now, like I mentioned earlier, Slendrina is from a video game. This game is free in the App Store and on Google Play. She is, like I said, the main character of this game. The game is titled Slendrina the Cellar, and basically what happens is you just have to navigate through this video game and avoid her and avoid looking at her. So basically what it says on Google is, now she has become more evil than before and hates it when someone is intruding on her territory. She will do anything to stop you. Whatever you do, do not look back. You try to find 8 missing old books in the dark cellar and then run to the exit. Now, I personally have not had any time to play this game yet, but I do know that it did really peak in popularity, I think 2 years ago, where like if you do a search on YouTube or Google, like a ton of different videos come up and articles and whatnot. So she was really big back in like 2018, I want to say. So I mean, she's pretty popular. If you like Slendrina, if you play the game, let me know your thoughts about it in the comments. To me, on the outside looking in, it kind of just looks like this cliche horror story where you're in this creepy cellar and there's this creepy ghost that wants to kill you. So I don't really know if there's anything else that goes into it, but I mean, she does make a pretty creepy looking character and leaves a lot up to your imagination because the graphics are so bad. So yeah, let me know your thoughts on that in the comments. And once her collar is looking pretty good, it's time to brush the entire surface with clay softener to remove fingerprints and get her ready to bake. And we're going to pre-bake her so that we can attach the arms and head without smashing all the stuff we just finished. And once she's baked and completely cooled down, like I said, let's start the arms. Let's position the wire like so, and then add our clay. After finishing the other arm off camera, we're just going to cap off her sleeves here, like so, just adding a little snake of clay and blending the inside edge in with the dress and leaving the hard edge facing the shoulders. And now let's make her hands. And once the hands are on and looking pretty good, let's start her head. I'm covering this ball of aluminum foil in clay, and then I'm going to add a skewer to hold on to that and make it easier to connect to the body when I'm ready. And then we're going to start the eye sockets with my large ball stylus. And then take my medium ball stylus to deepen them, and then add the eyeballs. Now to simultaneously create the eyes and eyelids, I'm going to use this tool here and rock it back and forth, starting at the tear duct and working my way over the front of the eye, like so, and I'm just pressing out the opening. Super easy and super effective once you get the hang of it. After pressing the clay into a sort of frowning position, I'm going to go ahead and start the mouth with my medium ball stylus. Just sort of pulling the shape out like so. Now for her nose. Now I'm going to give her real hair once she is painted, so we're going to go ahead and attach the ears. If I wasn't going to use real hair on her, I would just sculpt the hair over the ears and I wouldn't have to do this step. But we're going to be fancy. Now we're going to attach the head with a little bit of bacon bond and then fix the gap between the back of her head and her neck with a little snake of clay. Once everything's looking pretty good, we're going to brush the entire surface with clay softener to remove fingerprints and get her ready for her final bake. And once she is baked and completely cooled down, it's time for paint. The paints that I'm using in this video are Folk Art brand matte acrylics. We're going to start with this dove gray color over all of the skin areas. Then we're going to go in with some titanium white on her dress. A couple coats of this. Now with the fine paintbrush, I'm going to go in with some watered down black and get in the details around her eyes. Now let's paint the inside of her mouth. And that's looking pretty good. Time for the eyes. We're going to paint these Imperial Red. Now to dull out that titanium white on her dress, I'm going to go over the entire surface with a light gray wash. A wash is just simply adding water to your paint. We're just going to brush that over the entire surface and wipe off excess with my fingertips and paper towel. And of course, since Slendrina resides in a cellar, we're going to go ahead and add some mud and dirt at the bottom of her dress. And then of course we cannot forget to add some mud and blood to the top of her dress as well. And I'm also going to add some blood to her hands. Now for some eyebrows. And now to make the hair application a little easier, I'm going to paint her scalp black. I don't want to add a ton of hair, so this will fill in any gaps that are there after adding the fake wool that I'm using now. There it is, some black synthetic wool, and I'm going to attach it with some Fabri-Tac glue, and we're just going to start sticking it on. For the front piece, I put a little thread around the middle of it to create the part, so this is going to sort of cap everything off, and then I'm going to just attach the rest in the back, like one little section at a time. And once the hair has been attached completely, we're going to go ahead and give her a nice little haircut and make the ends nice and raggedy by cutting upwards into the hair with a pair of scissors. And she's done! Slendrina is complete. Let me know how you think I did in the comments. She's a little simpler than what I'm used to making on this channel, but you know, every once in a while everyone needs a break, and I still hope you enjoyed watching me make her. So again, let me know what you think in the comments. And that's a wrap. I really hope you like my Slendrina sculpt. I think she looks pretty cool. She's a very typical horror character for this day and age. Again, I like that I added the hair on her. I thought she was a pretty fun sculpt. I really enjoyed getting back into that fabric again on her dress. I haven't done that in a while. And overall, she's very creepy and pretty much what nightmares are made of. So let me know how you think I did in the comments. And then one more time, do not forget to tune into my video next Friday so that you can see my really cool, exciting thing. And as always, thank you so much for watching and being here. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and then follow me on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter at AceofClay. I'm also on TikTok, so check me out there. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.